No!
Heavily armored hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostiles detected.
Screw you, agent! That's it!
Heavily armored hostile detected.
If you guys are interested in being a member, then click the join button down below to check out the available perks. The first tier is only $1. Thank you to those of you who choose to join. What's up, mod squad? Welcome to another Division 2 build breakdown video. Before we get into the video, I want to thank you guys for helping us hit 30,000 subscribers. Without your incredible support, we wouldn't be growing as well as we have. Hitting that 500 like goal on each video and dropping comments has really helped keep the channel alive and thriving. With that said, don't forget to smash that like button, as it really helps push our videos into the recommended section, which in turn helps the channel grow. Interaction is a big part of what helps us in the YouTube algorithm, and the extra support is very much appreciated. And with that said, let's get into the video. In today's video, I'll showcase my heroic burst damage assault rifle build. This build replicates a combination I used in a previous video a good while back in the good old days where Bloodsucker was the go-to run and gun talent. This is also a build that will help those of you who struggle with recoil when it comes to assault rifles, like the FAMAS. Today's build gives you everything you'll need to dominate heroic content, especially control points. As you saw in the intro clips, this build is able to complete the first half of a control point in 1 minute flat, making this a great build to speedrun control points and missions with. Today's build is all about delivering 233% critical hit damage as quick and efficiently as possible, allowing weapons like the FAMAS, which is the community's favourite assault rifle, to become even better than it already is. Reducing its recoil and increasing its fire rate to 1070 RPM will allow you to deliver 233% critical hit damage at a stupidly fast rate. The same can be said for the exotic assault rifle the Chameleon, which can have an even higher DPS thanks to the 150% reload speed you get from the adaptive instinct talent. On top of all the insane damage, RPM and weapon handling, this build is also packed with more than enough survivability to allow you to take on all heroic content. 30% bonus armor on kill, 10% base armor on kill, and 3% armor regen, allowing you to run and gun or play from cover. This is a build designed to get enemies out of cover and kill them out of cover, hence why the build has 18% damage to targets out of cover, and I highly recommend using the striker drone, which serves as a great distraction and makes NPCs leave cover, so you can rack up those kills and make the most of the damage to targets out of cover. The gunner specialization combined with 3-piece strikers is what is going to allow this build to have enough weapon handling to deal with a 20% increased RPM, turning high recoil assault rifles into complete controllable laser beams. If you love assault rifles and fast fire rate, then this is the build for you. Now let's speak a little bit about the build and showcase some of what it's capable of. Let's get into a build breakdown. Right guys, getting into the build breakdown, starting off with the specialization. Like I said, we need to use the gunner, reason being the rate of fire increased by 5% on kill for 5 seconds. You want that rate of fire increase to increase burst damage. We also get faster reload speed. Every third reload is 50% faster, which is great for the FAMAS. You'll also get your armor kits, which will gain the 30% bonus armor, which is great for survivability, and then you'll also gain 10% armor on kill. Not only that, but when you sit still, you'll also gain 10% weapon handling while not moving. You need to be motionless for 1 second. A lot of the perks within the gunner specialization cater towards the run and gun playstyle and just add to DPS, so it's a great specialization to use for this build. Moving on to our primary weapon, we have the FAMAS 86.4k base damage, 1030 35 RPM with 50 in the magazine. That RPM will get boosted to 1070 because of the increase you'll gain from the gunner specialization. As you see, I don't have a max roll, the health damage isn't at the highest, and the 12.3% obviously isn't at the max 15%. We have damage to targets out of cover, which is what you want to roll for an attribute. We have the talent killer, killing an enemy with a critical hit grants plus 40% critical hit damage for 10 seconds. And when it comes to the attachments, on the laser pointer we have crit chance, on the muzzle we have crit chance, on the scope we have crit chance, and then finally the magazine gives us the extra 20 rounds. Moving on to our secondary, and this is a great option to run if you're not going to use the FAMAS. That is the exotic assault rifle, the Chameleon, my favorite assault rifle to run in the game. 79.2k base damage, 1035 RPM, just like the FAMAS with 50 in a magazine. That will also get boosted because of the gunner specialization. We have all max rolls, and then we have the adaptive instance talent. Hitting 30 headshots grants 20% critical hit chance, so we're going to gain back that critical hit chance that we would be using our sidearm to gain if you're using the FAMAS. And we have 50% critical hit damage for 45 seconds. Hitting 75 body shots grants 90% weapon damage for 45 seconds as well. And then finally, hitting 30 leg shots grants 150% reload speed for 45 seconds. That is a lot of DPS added to this gun once you get all those buffs active. Looking at the attachments on this weapon, we have 15% critical hit chance on the scope. We have 10% stability on the grip. The muzzle gives us 20% accuracy, and finally the magazine gives us the extra 20 rounds. Onto our sidearm, which is very important for this build if you're going to use the FAMAS. We're using the sidearm because you want to finish enemies off with the perfect finisher talent. Swapping from this weapon within 10 seconds of killing an enemy grants 35% critical hit chance and 40% critical hit damage. Now, we're going to be lower on crit chance with this build, but we're doing that because we're going to purposely make it up with this sidearm. I'd suggest always killing the red bar NPCs with this pistol, switching over to your FAMAS. You'll get the 40% critical hit damage from this talent, and then you'll gain 40% critical hit damage from the killer talent. Again, into the build, start off with our first piece of the build, which is our striker's mask. We have 3 pieces of striker, which gives us 15% weapon handling and 15% rate of fire. This mask has 15% weapon damage, 12% crit damage, 12% critical hit damage via a mod. Onto our chest piece, which is a Grupo Sombra chest piece, giving us 15% critical hit damage. We have 50% weapon damage, 12% critical hit damage, 6% crit chance, and 12% critical hit damage via mod. And the talent we are using is Obliterate. Critical hits increase weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, stacks up 25 times. Now we are using very fast fire rate weapons, so gaining Obliterate, stacking it up happens super quick, and it's just easy to maintain this talent as you're going to be running and gunning and bursting everything down. Onto our holster, which is the Striker's holster. We have 13.2% weapon damage and 12% critical hit damage. Onto the knee pads, and we have the Fox Prayer knee pads, of course, best in slot. We also use these to gain the 8% damage to targets out of cover. I rolled these for max armor at 170k, and then we have 10.8% critical hit damage. The gloves for this build are Striker gloves, giving us 170k max armor and 10.8% critical hit damage. This build is not even maxed out yet, and it hits like a truck. And finally, moving on to the backpack, which of course is the Memento, which is the best in slot for solo players. If you're running solo, it just offers so much weapon damage, bonus armor. It's just so much survivability all the way around, including damage. You'd just be stupid not to use it. I know a lot of people get bored of seeing it, but I put out what I feel is best in slot and works best. And the Memento is just the best when it comes to solo builds. We have 50% weapon damage, 170k armor, 1 skill tier, and then 12% critical hit damage via a mod. If you're not running solo, a brand set of your choosing, I would recommend the talent Vigilance, or you can use Adrenaline Rush. When it comes to skills, I am using the Crusader Shield. You do not have to use this. You can switch this out for the Bouncy Pulse. I know there's a lot of you that do not like using shields, and this isn't the strongest shield as it's only a tier 4. The second skill we're using is the Striker Drone, and this is one I definitely recommend. The Striker Drone serves as a great distraction, and it's also brilliant at pulling NPCs out of cover. You just direct it, it'll go over there, start shooting at them, and they'll automatically hop out, and then all that damage to targets out of cover, that 18%, you'll be able to apply that. And finally guys, the stat sheet, which I'm not going to talk over, I'm going to leave you guys with it. I'm also going to leave some gameplay at the end of the video, and just a quick reminder to smash that like button to help us grow, guys. Hard times right now in the Division community while we're waiting for content, so I'd really appreciate it if you smash that like button and drop a comment down below. And thank you guys for 30,000 subscribers. You guys are legends. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Mob Squad.
Risk hostile.
We're down one. Just one. Get away from me! What the heck? I did that! Give me help!
Detected. Caution advised. Terminal destroyed. You.
Gonna get you!
I'm all wrapped up.
They're coming from...
Detected.
We need to destroy it! I got you! Good up! Let's go, Master!